Yeah. I'm Samuel Mbeche, the captain Masinde Muliro University rugby team. I'm a fifth year student and I'm taking a Bachelor of Economics and Vision Sciences. Yeah, so
So, Samuel, tell us how you got into rugby.
my first rugby interaction was at Nairobi School, where I undertook my high school studies. My first encounter was while I was trying to get a game to get into. I was in volleyball team. So somebody came and took me to the rugby pitch. It was called a samba pitch. There, I I got into rugby. We were taken into some few drills, given some activities to do, and they encouraged me to play the rugby team.
Maybe is there something that inspired you to join the game?
Yeah, Nairobi School has been a good school for rugby. The history, in the history, you can find that most of the old and best players in Kenya were from Nairobi School, including, for instance, the first international rugby player, who is Edward Rombo in Kenya, was from Nairobi School. So the culture was good, and it was the main game in the school. So definitely, when you join Nairobi School, you could hear about rugby everywhere.
So, as you started, which was your first position as a player?
So I remember we got into the pitch and we were told to play. So we didn't know what to play, the position to play. But on a evaluation from the senior players and the coach, they told me I should be a fullback, and that's where I started.
So, how did you change now to a center?
So when I came to Masinde Muliro, I was playing fullback during we were playing at the National League. So I could play fullback, and then there is a time we had a scarcity of players whereby we couldn't have a center. So I was asked to try center, and which I did, and it was an interesting thing because I hadn't tried before. So it turned out to be a favorite position too.
So, after that, what is the greatest lesson that you have learned in the years that you have been in the game?
So rugby has helped me to learn a lot. From the first time I started playing rugby, I could relate it with life because life hasn't been easy. So it has helped me to endure a lot of stuff in my life, and also socially I've been able to grow, and it's a good thing. Yeah.
So, are there any individual medals that you have won at school level and at club level?
Yeah, I remember in high school we had the Prescott matches, Damuchanga. You usually started with Damuchanga before you went to Prescott level league, and I remember winning. Okay, I used to work as a winger too because I was a back three all. So I remember being the best player in a Blackrock tournament, which was hosted by St. Mary's in 2014 before I finished high school. Yeah, and again I've won several others. I can't really state, but there are many.
Okay, so how did you end up playing at MMUST, and are there clubs that you played for before coming here?
No, when I came to when I finished high school, I was at home. Actually, I'd gotten my I was selected to join University of Nairobi for Bachelor of Economics and Statistics. But while I was online, I got some advertisement saying that there was a rugby trials at Masinde Muliro for study scholarships, and that's how I came to Kakamega for the trials, and it was the first time they were doing it. And on presenting my papers and the skill work, I think I qualified to come here, and thus I changed to Masinde Muliro.
Now, you are handed the captain. How did that happen? And has there been challenges?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I remember the first year. I was a third year when I was under the captains. So being a young player, Masinde Muliro has a lot of senior players who played different levels. So it was hard for me to gel in and then command them or guide them, because you know the seniority and stuff. So it took a long time for them to adapt and for the team to accept me as a captain. But later on, when they saw what I wanted for the team, they took me fully and they supported me. And that's how it has been challenging. Yeah, actually, at some time I was almost giving up, but I was encouraged by the coach to hold on. And right now I can't regret anything.
Which was your best moment now in the years that you have played rugby?
I've been winning tournaments, winning matches, but honestly the best one was after the struggle to be promoted to the Championship League. It was a hard struggle, because since I joined first year, we've been fighting, and we couldn't be promoted. But finally, when I got the captaincy, the first year, and we were promoted to Championship League, that's the best moment so far I can recall.
So you have played at most. What are your plans? Do you wish to play for any other local club, and which club would be that?
An interesting question. I've been getting some offers from other teams. They've asked me to change universities, but unfortunately the course I do in Masinde Muliro, it's only offered in Masinde Muliro in Eastern Central Africa, so I couldn't change anything. So I've been here and I enjoy the team, being the captain. The guys are working hard, so I can't really say the team, but I think it depends with where also I move to, my career and stuff. So for that now I can't state which team, but I have most teams. Yeah.
Okay, now which players do you look up to in Kenya and abroad, and why?
In Kenya, I can say I've been looking up to centers like Oji. I also have some young players who also motivate me. Internationally, I can say I really have a variety, so I don't have a specific one. But I do like a player like Aki. Yeah.
So if not playing rugby, if you did not get to rugby, which sport would you be playing right now? Or
probably I'll be weightlifting.
Yeah. A bodybuilder?
A bodybuilder, of course. Yeah. And I've been, maybe I can say, trying it in MMUST. And I'm a proud Mr. Flex 3 times in a row. Something I didn't plan about. It was just some motivation by my fellow players and students. And it's nice. Yeah.
Congratulations for that. So which side do you support locally and internationally in rugby?
Locally, in terms of
rugby. Yeah.
Like the teams which I play with.
Yeah.
Of course, I support MMUST, but maybe in the Kenya Cup,
yeah,
I do like the way Menengai Oilers. It's a young side, exposing young players, and they're playing a very good game. Yeah, definitely.
Internationally, Super Rugby.
Super Rugby. I do support the Crusaders. Yeah, but I don't support the Crusaders.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, of course, I'm not leaving rugby anytime soon, and I believe and I know I'm going to be a better player after here, considering with the few resources I've been getting and the level of which I've taken the team and I've played. I believe I'm going even to be not even internationally and even the national team in this country.
So maybe we find that most players have a challenge when it comes to support from parents. What was your case?
To be honest, my social life with in relation to rugby, in parent-wise, when I was in high school, they really never knew what I was doing, mostly because unfortunately I haven't been so close with them during that time. So they believed in me, they trusted me. So later on, it's when they knew of course, that time I couldn't ask much support because even sometimes I could get financial problems in the school fees, so I couldn't ask for more about rugby. So rugby actually helped me study, and I've been having challenges, but haven't had a resistance from the parent to tell me to stop playing rugby.